not one is righteous, not even one. Where I keep hearing people quote this verse as if none of us are righteous. But this verse has context. And if none of us were righteous, this would completely contradict a dozen other verses in the Epistle of Romans. In Romans chapter 1, verse 17, Paul says, "For in it the righteousness of God is unveiled, out of faithing into faithing, according as it is written, but the righteous one will live out of faithing." So we can't say not one is righteous if those who live out of faithing are righteous ones. Again, Romans 3:22, "But the righteousness of God through faithing of Jesus Christ into all the faithing ones, for there is no distinction." So the righteousness of God is through faithing, which deems us righteous. And of course, we can't talk about the righteousness of faithing without talking about Abraham. So again, Romans chapter 4, verse 3, "For what says the writ? But Abraham faithed God, and it was reckoned to him for righteousness." So can't say not one is righteous. Abraham is righteous. Verse 5, "But to the one not working according to the law, not one is righteous, but faithing on him who is justifying the dishonoring one, his faithing is reckoned into righteousness." Again, Romans 4:9, "For we say to Abraham, the faithing was reckoned into righteousness." Romans 4:11, "And the sign of circumcision he took as a seal of the righteousness of the faithing, yea, that in the time of foreskinness, uncircumcision, and to the end that he is the father of all the faithing ones, us, through uncircumcision, to the end that righteousness will be reckoned to them. For not through law is the promise, the law of righteousness," Romans 9:31, "to Abraham or to his seed, that he is the law according alati of the cosmos, but through righteousness of faithing." And actually, here is the context of not one is righteous, according to what Israel pursued in the law of righteousness, which is contrasted with the righteousness out of faithing, which we have. For Christ is the finishing of the law of righteousness, for righteousness to every faithing one. So we have to read this verse in Romans 3:10 in the context, which actually is the judgment. So how will God otherwise judge the cosmos in righteousness for those who are being judged? Where, again, we who are hallowed as holy ones, we do the judging. Do you not perceive that the holy ones will judge the cosmos? Where those who will be judged are still falsifying, to be judged as failers who are under the law of failance and of death. So again, the context of the righteousness that not one is righteous is not the righteousness out of the faith, but out of the law of righteousness.